Oh, Erika. What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 10. And the name of the episode is called The Coat Out of the Bag. Listen, I'm just glad that Erika said that it wasn't Tom. And I don't mean that to be funny, but it would have been hard for me to believe. And I always say this, and I will continue to say it. Anytime a woman says that a man put his hands on her or hit her, I will always believe her because that is like the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it done so many times, and I have so many friends that told me that they have been in those positions before. And I mean, we're in a day and age where men think that if a woman put their hands on a man, that a man would hit them back. And so I mean, I will always believe that a woman when she tells me that a man put their hands on her. But if Erika was going to come in here and tell me that Tom was over there putting his hands on her, I would have had to come down here and tell Erika, if he was over there beating on you girls, because you let him beat you. You let him beat you. Tom can't give me that he could run around the kitchen island. Okay? And so Erika was going to have a hard time making me believe that she was around there getting beat up. But the episode started off, it is the day after Amanda's manifestation party, okay? And so Amanda is talking to Eddie, and she's kind of venting to him because none of the women showed any interest in the events that she had planned besides Erika.
That's
Then she tells him that she was even blamed for Kyle and Dorit's fighting. Now, Amanda admits that she did say something about Dorit's marriage, but it was something small, and that all of that have escalated from it is unwarranted. Now, at first, Amanda, you said that all you did was agree with Kyle. Now it's something small? Now it's something small? And excuse me, you don't get to tell me, or you don't get to speak on my situation and tell me how to feel about it. Right? It's obvious to me that Amanda was running her mouth so much about Dorit's marriage that she doesn't even remember speaking about it at Kathy's house with Jennifer Tilly and Sutton. She don't even remember saying it because she's not even bringing that up. Eddie tells Amanda that she's wrong for saying anything at all, and people who's going through a divorce don't want it brought up. You know, he knows from experience because this is his second marriage. But it's clear that Eddie can only say so much since Amanda wears the pants in their relationship, or because she's the breadwinner, because Amanda made a face, and all of a sudden Eddie threw out that Dorit may be intimidated by Amanda because she's younger.
Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
And the crazy thing to me is that Amanda she's 40 years old. Amanda is 40 years old. Nobody is intimidated by that. Dorit is only 49. They're talking like Amanda is 27 and she's 30 years old. She's 40. And she's younger, but she's definitely not prettier.
No.
And when I tell you that Amanda shaded the shit out of Dorit, and when she did it so menacingly. I'm telling y'all, that Amanda, I could look at her and I could look at crazy and tell crazy. Amanda did it so menacingly. She said that Dorit was intimidated by her because she outsourced her financial well-being to a man, and it didn't work out well for her.
You can't do that.
So Amanda said that she prayed for Dorit when she found out that she was having a hard time with PK. Then she talked shit about how she was handling it when Dorit wasn't around. Then Amanda tried to help Dorit with her finances, and then she shaded the fuck out of her about it when she got upset with her. So Amanda, you are a piece of work. I'm here for it though. I'm here for it. I'm not gonna lie. Amanda ate that up. I think that Amanda is the one who's making this bigger than what it needs to be. And her even making this statement makes it worse. But the delivery was flawless though. But I think that she's making this bigger than what it needs to be. Just admit that you said something, fess up to it, and admit that you had your own opinion about it. And you probably spoke too soon, but you did have your own opinion about it, and that's okay. And we can move on. I do wonder why Amanda is coming for Dorit though. To me, it's no coincidence that Kyle brings Amanda into this group, and all of a sudden she's going after Dorit. It's no coincidence that Kyle is bringing Amanda into this group, and all of a sudden she's going after Dorit. Kyle is pulling the strings. Then we get Sutton and Bose. They probably be out of order. They're walking at Beverly Hills Park, and they're talking about Amanda, of course. Amanda has really become the season, and it is very impressive because it seems like none of the girls don't like her, but it seems like the fans can't get enough of her. I'm not saying that she's a fan favorite or anything like that, but her name is in the people's mouths, and that's just, that's true.
I'm sorry. I have to be honest about it.
She has become that girl. Bose is saying that she sees a new version of Sutton. I personally don't see a new version of Sutton. I see Sutton as someone who has finally found, or someone who has seniority in the group now over a new girl, and she's trying to haze her, right? Because Bose is only saying this in relation to Amanda. But outside of Bose, Sutton is the last cast member to join the show, and so she hasn't really found her footing with the girls since Crystal left the group. Because her and Crystal joined at the same time, and she came in, her and Crystal was going against each other, right? But now we have Amanda joining the show. She has a girl that she actually has seniority over. Now, Bose is new, right? Bose joined the show last year, but let's be real, she's definitely not coming at Bose.
Hell no.
She already called her angry last year, and the Twitter tried to act like she didn't hear it. But there is a way she won't be able to go at Bose the way that she can go at Amanda, because the optics of it won't look great. And Bose will eat that ass up. Bose will eat that ass up. She'll turn into a Karen if she's talking to Bose. But she can play with, I don't think that Sutton really wants to take it there with Amanda. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that Sutton know what she dealing with when she dealing with Amanda. I feel like they messing with Amanda because they feel like that she young. But Amanda gives me the type of girl who can get a bitch up off of her. I can look at her and tell that she can. Then we get Amanda. She's hosting Erika. She tells Erika about the cult that she was in. She said that it was a church cult, and she was really dedicated to the pastor, that she even followed the pastor from Oklahoma to Florida. Baby, that must have been some type of preaching. Okay, she said that she ended up escaping the cult on Halloween. I'm not really surprised that it was a church cult. I feel like a lot of people, I've literally had friends before who I can ask them a question about something one day and they can have an opinion about it. But if they go to church and the pastor had said something about it, they would literally change their views to fit whatever the pastor says.
In some ways.
It's even like that with some of the people, on social media or with watching these shows and stuff. You get what I'm saying? People follow up behind people. Whatever they say, they hang on to their every word. You don't never follow up behind nobody because nobody is 100% right in anything. They're not. But it really wasn't Amanda, I felt like she was saying that she was in a cult for the optics, but it really wasn't as dramatic as I thought that it was going to be. I mean, it's a big thing for her to follow a preacher man from Oklahoma to Florida, but it really wasn't as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. Next, we got Kyle, Dorit, and Rachel. They are still in the Hamptons. Let's knock them out real quick, okay? They're in the Hamptons. They went to a day party to see one of Rachel's friends perform. He's a part of a group, and afterwards they had dinner. Now, Dorit said that Brad Pitt wasn't attracted to her. Of course, baby, you was married to PK. Remember when Nene was saying that Peter was her boyfriend, and Sheree said if she was Cynthia, I forget whether she said that she would be offended or she wouldn't be offended or threatened, because she said the reason why she would be, I forget exactly what she said, but the basis of what she said was, baby, if you're attracted to that, you couldn't be attracted to me.
Yes. No shade.
When I tell you that Sheree treated Nene, the way that Sheree used to talk about Nene, she felt like Nene was, dirt underneath her motherfucking shoe. Baby, if you're attracted to that, you definitely can't be attracted to this. But the thing is, you worried about the attraction, baby. You don't got to be attracted to fuck. You don't got to be attracted to fuck, because, girl, you can't make me believe that you was in fact attracted to Bob. On no day. Dorit said that her mother told her not to go after the most attractive guy in the room. Dorit, I can understand. I see that. Dorit went after the money. She was trying to be a gold digger, but she ended up with fool's gold.
Oh, my God.
You ended up with fool's gold, and PK sold you a dream. PK sold you a dream, and you can't even upkeep the lifestyle that you had, baby. Mama, you look a little haggard. You do. You do, even the way that you hold your mouth. It just looking, you look a little haggard, baby. And you my girl, but I gotta tell you the truth.
And I'm sorry.
Rachel brought up an article that she read about Erika being sued for $25 million. And she said that she reached out to Erika and told her that she saw that what was happening to her and she's going through that. And Kyle said, I don't know why they're suing her. She doesn't have the money. You never really know what she got, Kyle. And I get that Erika is your friend, but you don't know what Erika got. I really, in my head, I believe that Erika is hiding some money somewhere.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Be very clear.
I do. I just got to tell y'all the truth. I really do believe that she's hiding money somewhere. They're probably going to have to hire some forensic accountants to see where all of the money went. But I really believe that they're hiding some money somewhere. And with Tom being a lawyer, I believe that they probably will get away with it. I do. Okay. Next we got Bose walking with Lael. Okay. I believe Lael is going into her junior year of high school. Bose ended up sharing with Lael that her egg retrievals weren't successful, and she doesn't know what she's going to do yet. Lael says that she thinks that Bose is a great mom and it would be nice for someone else to experience Bose as a mom. I think that's sweet. However, if Lael is getting ready to leave for college, what type of relationship would Lael have with this new child, being that she's going to be 16 years older than this new child? Because realistically, if Lael goes off to college, she probably will never live at home again. Right? Being that her mother has money, she probably, once she graduates from college, she probably never wants to come home again. Some people go to college. Let's just say she's in LA. Let's just say she goes to college in Atlanta. She's probably going to stay in Atlanta after she graduates. She probably doesn't want to go in, she probably not go and live at home again. And I just, let me not, because I don't want to be negative. I just got to keep my thoughts to myself. To me, girl, Bose, brother, you serious?
Bitch! How dare you? Oh my God!
You serious, Bose? Let me stop, okay? Then we got Erika, Sutton, and Denise. Erika and Sutton meet with Denise, and remember it hit the headlines that, Denise was in an abusive relationship with Aaron when she filed for divorce, and she had pictures to back it up. He said that it was so bad that he was beating her after she was having plastic surgery. And that's when she realized that the relationship couldn't be salvaged, or that the marriage couldn't be salvaged.
What?
Bitch, what? Not only was he beating on you, he was beating on you post-op. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. He could have killed you. He could have killed you. It shouldn't have been able to be salvaged after he put his hands on you the first time.
Message.
Erika shares that she was in an abusive relationship, but it wasn't by any of her husbands. She said that at the time she had met a man and he beat her 3 times. And I believe Erika. I do. It's amazing to me how people will be pro-victim as long as they see the person as a victim, but only to who they want, or only to who they want to see as a victim. And again, like I said before, I will always believe a woman when she says that a man has put his hands on her, because I've seen it so many times. And it's just something that's not talked about. It's just something that's not talked about. I believe that Erika is the type of woman who will only talk to 2 types of men. She will only talk to a man with money, or she will talk to a man who is seen like a tough man, like a very masculine, macho, roughneck type of man. She gives me that type. Tom was the man with money, right? Who saved her from Shakers, the strip club that she used to work at. And then, the man that she got now, who seems to be, I believe he's an Army vet, right? So she gives me the type that would date only those 2 type of men. And I think that Erika allowed that man to beat her, that she was dating, either because he had money or because he was tough. And probably more because he had money. And we've seen that some women, not all, but some women will let a man do anything to them because they got money. We've seen it with Cassie. Capricorn Clark told her, girl, you need to leave this nigga. You need to leave it. And she said, who am I going to get? Jay-Z is already taken. Even with Nicole and OJ, she stayed in the marriage, but she told one of her friends, and her friend said it. And I know that her parents felt low. Nicole felt that if she left OJ, her parents will take OJ's side because he had money.
What kind of bullshit is that?
When Ray Rice knocked the girl out, his wife out on the elevator, I believe his name was Ray Rice, he knocked her out on the elevator. I seen her mama and shit on the news and stuff talking about she support them getting back together and it's not because of the money. Girl, it's because of the money. It's because of the money. My daughter is leaving this relationship. She's leaving this relationship. If she was hitting on you, I got it. But did you have to knock her out? You had to knock her out with all your might? No. Hell, every week there's an NFL player being accused of beating a girlfriend or an ex-wife or a baby mama or the cook.
Wow.
It can be.
Really?
And these women end up staying because the man got the bag. So it's not uncommon for us to believe that Erika was getting beat and the reason why she stayed, right? Erika was in a dark place. The man was probably helping her out financially, and she probably felt like that she needed to stay. She said after the third time, she had had enough, and she had to call her son, who's a police officer. I would love to see that police report, and I would love to see, I want to know more, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably find out next episode how her son showed up for her. There's a girl that I went to high school with. She was killed by her baby daddy, and her brother was a cop. Her brother was a cop. And she was killed by her baby daddy. Okay? And I want to say this. There is no perfect victim. Just because Erika seems tough and she has a son that's a cop doesn't mean that she's exempt from domestic violence. And some of us can be so ignorant. She's still a woman at the end of the day. She's still a woman at the end of the day. No matter how tough she is amongst other women, she is still a woman at the end of the day. And the thing is, we don't know nothing about the man. It could have been a man with money. It could have been a man that was tough, macho. You get what I'm saying? You never really know. And before I go, I want to say this. And I shared this with my cousin. After watching, and this was a cult classic, heavy on the word cult. After watching What's Love Got to Do with It, and it being the cult classic that it became, I am so shocked at the amount of women or people, because men have been in abusive relationships too.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
I am shocked at the amount of people who stay in abusive relationships after the first time. I'm like really amazed. Really amazed. And love doesn't show up like that. Love doesn't show up with verbal abuse, mental abuse, and domestic violence. Love doesn't show up like that. And I feel like that if a person puts their hands on you, they will kill you.
Message.
And so I believe that you should leave after the first time. I believe that a person should leave after the first time. And I know it may not always be that easy. Look at Erika Jane, right? She left after the third time. It may not be as easy, but I really do believe that if a man, do you remember the football player whose baby was in the crib and he was over there with the white girl and how he beat her up and threw her all into the TV and stuff? That woman could have died. That woman could have died. If a person is hitting on you, it will only escalate from there. Look at Denise. Look at Denise. She got hit so much that this man was even hitting on her post-operation.
That's wrong.
He could have killed her. Look at the pictures of her eye. You need to leave. You deserve better. You do not have to stay in an abusive relationship.
It's not all right to let some motherfucker pound on you.
You don't. All right? But y'all, that's all I got. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all believe Erika? Because there was a lot of discourse online of people who did not believe Erika. People saying that Erika is grasping for a storyline. And they think that she's faking with this storyline. I believe her. I just think that that's crazy. That to me, that is embarrassing to tell somebody that somebody was beating on you. You get what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be seen like that. All right? But y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.